Okay, so this video is to give you instructions on how to run the two uh, group meetings that don't have food involved. Um, Basically, for each one, we've got this section for connecting and getting to know you. Now, if you don't want my ideas and you've got your own, you can use them. But here's two ideas for the connecting part that you can do for the kind of 20-minute connection part of the night. The first one is to play the toilet paper game. And for the toilet paper game, you basically take a roll of toilet paper, pass it around, and have everybody tear off however much they would normally use. And everyone will take, somebody will be funny and take a little bit, somebody will take a lot, whatever. You don't tell them at first why they're doing it, and they'll all laugh, and everybody will kind of get uncomfortable. And then you'll tell everybody after everybody's taken a piece that they get to now share something about themselves that we wouldn't know otherwise, or just something about themselves for each square of toilet paper that they took. And so you'll go around and people will just share. And if you've got somebody that took like half the roll, you might want to give them a break. But either way, you can decide how you want to do it. But it's just a great way to easily get to know each other and kind of make it funny. That would basically take up your time for the first week. The second week, what I would recommend is to play two truths and a lie. And what we do in that is each person just says three things about themselves, and two of them should be true and one should be a lie. And then everyone has to guess which one they think is a lie, and then the person can reveal the true story behind them and kind of get a little bit deeper into the story. So that's kind of another fun way to get to know people, and it can take the other 20 minutes. So that's the first section of the meeting. The second section of the meeting is going to be built around praying in your city areas and praying the Lord's Prayer. And the way that I want to do this, and that I've done it before in church, and I do it in groups a lot, and so it works well, is to use the Lord's Prayer kind of as a template rather than as a thing that we just all recite together. We use it as a template, and the leader will pray kind of using prompts of each part of the prayer, and then people can pray along, doing, kind of just talking to God about what that part means to them. We're going to model it at Ash Wednesday, so you'll get to see it if you come to the Ash Wednesday service, and everyone in your group will have experience having done it there if they've gone to it. But basically, it will just go like this. Like I would pray, "Our Father in heaven." And then we just talk to God about what it means that he's our Father. And people can just say, "God, you know me. God, you know what's best for me. God, you always provide for me. Thank you for taking care of me. God, you're a good Father, and I thank you that you've adopted me into your family, that you've given me every blessing of being a son or a daughter in your family that you've given to Jesus." All that kind of stuff, so people can be praying around that theme of our Father in heaven. God, we thank you that you're in heaven. Your perspective is better than ours, and thank you that you're preparing a place for us and that we'll go be with you. Whatever the prayers are, we just kind of open a season of prayer and people can pray around that theme. Hallowed be your name. God, we want to praise you. And then just kind of open time of praising God for the things of why we value him and what his name means to us. Your kingdom come and your will be done on earth as it is in heaven is really the heart of this prayer. And it's really what the heart of this whole season is about, where we're going to take this time to pray, because we want to see that God's rule and reign would come first in our own lives. God, let your kingdom come in me. I give you my, be Lord of my work, of my time, whatever those things are. God, your kingdom come and your will be done in our city. We ask that you would, put the right people in place in city politics, that you would, help the poor in the city. We know it's not your will that anybody suffer, that you want people to know you, God. We ask that people would come to know you in our city. So things that are God's will, that his kingdom, his reign would come in people's lives, his will would be done in our cities, that crime would be stopped, that abuse would be stopped, that whatever the issues are in your city with, so praying about those things, God's kingdom, his will. Give us this day our daily bread. God, we ask that you provide for our needs, and that you provide for the needs of all your people all over the world. So, and then people could pray around what their daily bread needs are. And if they want to get specific, they can bring those up. Um, Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. God, these are the things we need you to deliver us from in our world or in my life, whatever. Um, so as you go, just giving prompts to each part and then just praying around it. And this should take about another 20 minutes as you kind of take the time together. And then the last 20 minutes of your group meeting time would just be built around planning what kind of city serve project to do. So each group will be given $500 as seed money to do some kind of city serve project in their city. And it could be that you just use that. You all know a needy family that you can help, and maybe you use it to go, build a single mom's, house, or do some renovations or do some work, and you spend it on like supplies, or maybe you buy groceries and take them to people, or maybe like last year a group painted something at a school, like the flag or the American map at the school. Whatever you decide in your city, a homeless outreach project, bringing socks to homeless people, spend the money on that, or use it as seed money to raise more money to do something else. Be creative, come up with something as a plan in your group, and just do something that brings God's kingdom on earth as it is in heaven, that takes a bad situation and makes it better on earth. Be creative, think about it, and that last 20 minutes will be really your planning time for that. And so those meetings are pretty simple. I've designed them so that that's 20, 20, 20. It's an hour worth of meeting time. If you have a buffer of 15 minutes of gathering and chatting time on each end, that basically gives you an hour and a half meeting. And you don't really need any more than that. There's no real big content other than connection, prayer, and service. And those are the key elements. So have fun with it, and we'll see you later. Bye.